Okay, now we are coming to the topic 1.2, that is ancient supernatural beliefs. So, what are these beliefs that we have, like briefly, we have discussed in introduction, and now we are talking about the same. So, different human civilization held different kind of views regarding this problem of mental disorders, right? And then they tried to search the explanation of these kind of abnormal behaviors in ancient times. So there were like conflicting opinion about the etiology of mental disorders means like causes of your mental disorders. And there are a number of approaches to these psychopathologies. We call it abnormalities and the treatment of that abnormalities. And there are ancient beliefs in abnormal behavior is a disfavor of supernatural power or the mischief of the demons. Like right now, also, if we talk about India, there are places, and we many of us like believe that that this any kind of mental disorder or abnormal behavior is caused by some supernatural power. Maybe we call it in Hindi like ghost or bhoot or some chudail, that kind of thing. So that was the supernatural belief in the ancient time, and it still exists in our country, maybe in other countries also. And a second stream of belief is the mental disorder is due to some physiological dysfunction or biological imbalances. There are some changes in your body and your like chemicals that is there in our body, and because of that we feel or we have this kind of mental disorder. And then another part of this thinking is psychological explanation. So psychological explanation means people think that this is caused by psychological problem, maybe stress or something like that, and then it started getting importance because and nowadays we focus on both the things like biological part and the psychological part of the problem. And further, if we see there are different, you can say, things or causes in as in ancient thought. So few of them are like, you can say, one is supernatural magic, as we discussed. Evil spirits, that is what we have, because there is something supernatural or some evil spirit. And the demons we already discussed. And the moon and stars. Moon and stars means it is effect of moon and stars, that is why we are getting psychologically ill or mentally ill. uh, and then there was a strong belief that our behavior affect thought or governed by the agent situated outside of our bodies and environment. So these are the views. They are strongly believe there's some supernatural power, some stars or some other things. They are controlling us, and because of that we have these kind of problems that may be like demons, spirits, or divine things, or celestial objects like stars and moons. So these are the things, and magnetic field. These are the things that control our behavior, and because of that we face some mental disorder. So that was the belief at that point of time. So let's see bit in detail, like 1.2.1 witchcraft and demonology, that briefly I told you, and then few more things we'll discuss here, right? So they believe, as I said, if the person is suffering from any mental disorder, they are supposedly they are possessed by some evil or maybe some demon or some magical power, right? And or some spirit, that is what we have discussed. So it is judged by the behavior of the person, what kind of spirit or demon spirit is that. If the person is more involved in religious activity and all those things, so that the person may be like is possessed by Holy Spirit. And while destructive behavior the person is showing, then it is caused by evil spirit. That is what this thought system was saying. And the treatment also includes uh, the methods which are aligned with that, because if you think that it is causing by demons, so you have to punish the demons so that the person can be free from those kind of demons. So the treatment includes punishment like chaining them, keeping them in cages, horrible rituals, boring a hole in their skills, even like uh, they are doing holes in the skulls that we have found in early times. So these victims, after going through an unfair trial, condemned as witches or demons, were burned alive or hanged. So they were killed also. So that was a sad stage. So that is what, and still you can see in our country at many places, not that much like killing someone, that is very rare, but chaining them and like beating them is also can be seen nowadays also. So that was the way, that is witchcraft or demonology. Then second point is, that is 1.2.2, is moon and star, and these are the things we also somehow believe in that. So moon and stars की अगर हम बात करें, so that is a word, we call it like in Latin word we call moon a luna, and that is why if you have heard the word of lunatic, that means mentally ill, or we call him abnormal people. So that word comes from the luna word, and luna means moons. So this view, right, uh, says that he movement of the full moon and the stars have effect on behavior of people, right? So when there is some changes or something is happening in moon, that will be like, that will affect the behavior of human beings. And to this view reflect by the followers of astrology, who thinks that their behavior as well as the major event in their lives can be predicted by the position of the planets. So that also we follow right these days. We all know that Kundli and the planetary movement and astrology. So these are the things related to that. So moon and stars, that was one other way of understanding psychopathology. These were the ancient period, as I said. And then next one we are coming to mass hysteria. Mass hysteria, when there are a lot of people who are having the same kind of behavior. So it is a phenomena in which the experience of the emotions seems to spread those in the surrounding around. So the people who are around them, and they have same kind of symptoms, or you can emotional emotions. So if an individual is frightened and sad, this feeling and experience spread the nearby people, and soon this feeling further escalates and develop a panic, and then whole community is affected. So sometimes it happens, all the people around that person become affected with that things. And the supernatural model is still popular during that period of time, and used and even undeveloped culture where poverty is high, literacy rate is low, and mental health professionals are not permitted to play their role. So these kind of views like mass hysteria or demonology, moon and star still exist. So people still look towards magic rituals performed by holy person for the solution of the mental disorder. And in country like India, we know there are different temples, different mazars and Muslims where people go and they try to get rid of these problems. So these were the ancient supernatural beliefs, uh, topic 1.2 that we have discussed in this topic.